Yeah, they're really physical. We talked before the game, how well coached they are. They had a really good game plan. They made a lot of shots early in that first half. I thought Tyan did a good job keeping us in it in that first half. And then second half, thought Mackay got us off to a great start, being aggressive, in the middle third of the court.
The main thing that looked unfamiliar that first half was probably defense until I think you had a good close there for maybe the last couple minutes of the first half. And did you feel like that's when things started to carry over?
Yeah, the last 4 games we've had great ball pressure. We've been connected on defense, and today we didn't start that way. And our ball pressure wasn't good. Our connectivity wasn't good, and it trickled over to offense. We were one pass shot, instead of getting the best shot down. And how we played last 4 games, we didn't do that tonight. We did it for about 25 minutes. 15 we didn't. But, again, Seattle's really good defensively. Again, we've had battles with them, as you guys have known. Every year it's a battle playing them. And, credit them for having a great plan and executing it.
Coach, what did you say to them at halftime? As Paul kind of alluded to, mentioned, 1 for 9 3-point shooting for them in the second half. They shot under 33% in that second half. Seemed like you caused them a little more trouble getting to the bucket.
Yeah, we wanted to be more intense on the defensive end. We wanted to get more ball pressure. Again, I thought Jacoby and Luke did a much better job second half on Moncrief. Thought Jacoby really started out and got a couple stops and did a good job. And, Duke was in foul trouble, but he was terrific from the field, perfect, 7 for 7 and 4 for 4. He made some big shots for us. That right-hand hook shot on the baseline was a big-time move and timely needed.
How hard was it to navigate around only having Duke Brennan for 17 minutes now? He was incredibly productive, to go 18 and 8, came within a point of his career high, but was on the bench most of the night with the fouls.
Yeah, and some of them weren't, aggressive fouls. And, we got to do a better job. We look at the film and see how we can, not get a couple of those, like that last reach at the end. He doesn't need to put himself in harm's way by reaching down low. He needs to play up high at 6'10". And so, we'll look at it and see if we can help him on a couple of those ones.
Coach, what was the message to the team afterwards? A couple of games now, but Utah Tech kind of had them put away, let them kind of creep back in. This game got a little bit tighter down the stretch than obviously we wanted it to.
Too many mistakes. Two players didn't dribble the ball strong enough. 2 guys on defense totally lost their assignment. Mistakes that you can't make. And so, got to get better and can't make that many mistakes if we want to do what we want to do.
Tyan Grant Foster coming off of the illness last week. He missed a game and then only played 16 minutes. Did you know you would be able to get 32 from him tonight after the week of practice? And
yeah, he's been working hard. Again, he came out Monday, had a really good practice Monday. And, happy that he was able to, play the game that he did. Offensively really, again, kept us in the game that first half, and he made some big baskets in the second half.
Coach, I know you're answering these questions. We talked about Tyan's shooting woes the entire first half. So now we get to talk about Luke Ward's shooting woes. Hasn't made a 3 since Abilene Christian. What are you seeing out of him? He even missed a couple free throws tonight.
Yeah, I was really pleased with Luke, though. Defensively, in the past, if he wasn't playing as well offensively, it might affect his defense. And he had some great segments in the second half on defense that were really big for our team. And so, he can shoot the ball. It's just I think him seeing one go down, and hopefully he'll make his first one on Saturday, and we'll see the Luke that we saw in December.
This team's kind of been pining for that chance to get back at Utah Valley for the loss there. How do you think their focus was for this game and practice and tonight while Utah Valley's sitting at home waiting for Saturday?
Yeah, our team really respects Seattle, so there's been no looking ahead. We know how good Seattle is, and again, we know the battles we've had with them through the years, so there's been no talk of Utah Valley. There's been, nothing now. Obviously, we'll move fast on that and get ready for that game.
Coach, it's easy to point to some of these losses, but, you guys have won 10 of your last 11 now. The only hiccup up there at Utah Valley, like 14 of your last 17. Feels like the message, I know you guys locked it in a little bit more after Utah Valley, but we saw a lot better scoring, a lot of different guys in that second half. It seems like that message is working. 14 of your last 17 games.
Yeah, really thankful. The guys have come together, won some games. You pointed to things earlier. we can't make the mistakes that we make, and that's something we're consistently working on every day. But very pleased with the results. Lately, we just want to keep striving and again cut some of those mistakes down.
Look at me being Mr. Positivity in the postgame. You're not used to that, are you, Coach?
Throwing me a curveball.
It's not like me.
You mentioned the Cole's improvement on Moncrief in the second half, and the key play seemed to be him taking the charge for the fifth foul that got him out. And was that kind of like the attention to that game plan? Because you had talked a lot through the week about Moncrief's drives and how he's a straight line guy.
Yeah, we talked about it in that huddle actually before we went out, they had called a couple charges on us early, so the table was definitely set. If there was a confrontation and a charge, and again when you're the primary defender, it's different than the secondary defender. He was the primary on the ball, so all he has to do is get his chest in front, and if there's contact, then it's a charge. If you're the secondary, then it's that rule that comes in. You got to be there before the plant foot and everything. And so him being the primary, was the difference there.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the victory. Thanks for the time. We'll see you back out here Saturday for Utah Valley.
Thank you. Thanks, those fans.
Lopes get the victory, 83-74.